Hello dear community and people out there. I have never done anything like this before and never wanted to beg, but now I don't know what to do anymore, and at the moment I can't find any other way to help myself, because unfortunately my condition has just not improved for quite some time now regarding the pain. Life like a roller coaster. Valentin Langme survived from ALK-positive lymphoma to leukemia and a tumor in the head, several types of cancer. No doctor knew what to do at first, and so many treatment errors happened. Again and again the doctors gave up on me, apparently in their opinion rightly, because several times I was out, almost bled to death or dissolved inwardly. But I kept fighting, even when they said that if I survived at all, I would have to be in a wheelchair, in need of care, and take at least 30 pills a day. But I defied everything. However, for some time now, the side effects and late effects of the years-long treatment odyssey have been making themselves known: bone death in the elbows, knees and ankles, as well as cataracts. My life has been like a roller coaster since the diagnosis. It goes uphill for a short time, then down again, then up again once in a while, but then immediately steeply downhill again. Thousands of promises over and over again that were not kept. The roller coaster ride began in 2014. After graduating from high school, I decided to spend a year abroad in New Zealand with my best friends at the time. In the end, 4 friends got together and we stayed with the Kiwis for 6 months. With the acceptance of the vocational baccalaureate and a vacation job at SEDEF in our pockets, we returned home in May 2014. There I took a shower and shaved properly. In the process, I noticed a bobble under my arm. The family doctor prescribed antibiotics. They didn't help. Finally, the hard bobble was cut open at the surgery in Gopingen, but no pus was found. The following weekend, the bandages were changed. On Saturday, the doctor on duty thought everything was still okay. On Sunday, the head physician was blindsided and decided that the lymph node should be removed immediately. I didn't go for it, but he didn't want to let me go without something, so he said he would cut it again and make the wound bigger. He had again really pressed on it and I was already screaming in pain, and he said again only, strange that there is so little pus comes out. The same as the first doctor said when he made the first devastating cut without any biopsy. So the hole was cut open even more. I lost a lot of blood, got a high fever. On the holiday, I ended up in the emergency room of the Robert Bosch Hospital in Stuttgart, but was sent home again, with the explanation I only had the flu and should not block the precious time here for real emergencies. Since the fever did not go away, I tried it again there with my family. After a long back and forth, I was finally admitted, with suspicion of a tropical disease. They put me on the inside. I was told that I could have any disease except cancer, most likely a tropical disease. After several weeks of hospitalization with a cut lymph node and an open wound, I was told in the hallway by an assistant doctor whom I had never seen before, quite plumply, that I had cancer, with the words, "Mr. Lang, have you already been told? You do have cancer. We'll stop chemo right away." Probably because of the cuts under the arm lymph nodes, the cancer had already spread and the first organs were irreparably damaged, and that the wound was still open and the gases were pulled out daily and put back in, so that healing was not even possible. Stupidly, I did not tolerate the following chemo at all. This was also not suitable for my cancer and did not stop or fight the cancer in any way. Only my healthy cells were killed by it. Accordingly, I felt worse and worse from then on, from day to day, and the doctors were increasingly overwhelmed with the situation and me, until they saw no way out, and from one day to the next they told me that all organs were affected because the chemo was not working and they did not know how to help, except to operate out my organs, because they are already so affected and can no longer be saved. They in Stuttgart Hospital claimed I would die if I didn't do it or if I switched to another clinic. Shortly thereafter, I had my first near-death experience, and the odyssey continued until today. In November 2014, chemotherapy began, as well as total body and daily head radiation intubation for the stem cell transplant. The dosage took its toll. I was spitting up blood. Pus was oozing from my eyes and mouth. More than 1.5 years I spat daily still after the therapy. 2 years nothing tasted. Had to be fed artificially because I weighed only 53 kilograms. In May 2015, the cancer returned again. Unfortunately, not the last time. With new courage I looked for an apprenticeship as an automotive salesman. After several rejections, I finally received an acceptance. However, the potential employer withdrew it when he learned of my new diagnosis of bone death. After that I asked another company, but they only took me because the employment office had paid 80% of the training salary. But they told me right away that I was only tolerated and only because of the cost absorption by the employment office. After the first week, the boss cited me immediately in its office and meant to me its daughter had also cancer and was after 1 year again healthy and top fit and runs now marathon. I should take an example from her and not run up the stairs with crutches like a grandfather. Otherwise I'll scare off the customers, and that you will not take me on under any circumstances, no matter how good I am. I had received a commendation, but as was to be expected, no takeover. Therefore I am now in this awkward situation and am fobbed off by the German state with 554 reduction in earning capacity pension, what creates no future perspective and drives me into despair. Because of the bone necrosis, I have constantly so strong pain that I cannot even work 3 hours. If you want to learn more about me and my story and actively support me in everyday life and in life, then please donate. Every donation, no matter how small, makes a difference. I would be very happy about it, so that I can also write my book about all this and what all went wrong.